Okay, so welcome back. Um, we are here at the Adams family compound in Ravenswood. You know what? Why don't I give you guys a tour of the house, actually? Wouldn't that be fun? So this is the Adams family compound in Ravenswood. Um, it's what's it call it? It's like the old Ravenswood. I'm sorry. It's the old Ravenswood estate. It looks a little different in my version. I darkened it up a little. I made basically all all the decor and all the bill by like black as I could. Um, put more dead plants instead of live ones. I put a little more, uh, graves. Um, oh yeah, here it is. Here's the graveyard in the back, and just I made it more spooky, a little more spooky. More occult pack stuff. Um, we got a fairy at our door, Tristan Admore. Um, Not right now, Tristan. Yeah, this is like the front of the house, and let me see. Okay. So this is the front door, we go in, correct. So like when you come in through the front door, this is the foyer. Oh, here's the foyer. Um, this is the foyer. And yes, you walk into, the sitting room. And here's the bar. And if you keep going straight, you go into the dining area where Wednesday is eating. A lot of family portraits and just, darkness abounds. And then this side is the kitchen. Yeah, so yeah. If we go further into the house here, here's the grand piano and then the den. Um, where they watch TV and hang out as a family, like so. Um, in this little room here, is a bathroom, a very nice macabre bathroom here. Yes, yes, I suppose. Um, and yeah, that's the first floor, and that's the stairs. Sorry. Um, yeah. If we go out this way, if you were after you walk into through the foyer, through the front door, and into this front sitting room. If you go to your right, instead of going straight to the kitchen, here is a nice big old patio where you can grill, get an outdoor bar patio, drink, and eat outside. And then out here is Morticia's greenhouse. Morticia is very much into uh, plants and gardening. She's got a pretty green thumb for someone who loves all black. Um, so yes, she likes cow plants and dead plants and things like that more often. Um, So yeah, that's the first floor. If we go back through here, we can go back upstairs. Once you go up these stairs, to the right is another patio where you can just look out and just see, the front yard and Ravenswood, right? The streets of Ravenswood. If you would like, you can come back inside, of course. And let me see where Lurch is. If you go up those stairs, and to your left is Gomez and Morticia's room. For some reason, Pugsley is sleeping on their couch, and this is their master bathroom. Okay. And this is Wednesday's room that we saw some of earlier. Oops. Okay. This is Wednesday's room. Oops, that's Pugsley's. But yeah, this is the other side of Wednesday's room. And then just, she has her own little bathroom. Isn't that cute? Here's her bathroom. And right next door is Pugsley's room. You can go in here and see, the setup. This is basically his bed and his little computer setup and his own bathroom here. Very cute, it's very cute, very nice here. We go back out into the hallway. This is Lurch's room, the butler's quarters, and then here's the little tiny music room that Gomez and Lurch hang out in. Oh yeah, Lurch has his own bathroom, of course. And then there's another floor. You see the staircase that Lurch might go up and down. He might, I don't know if he was thinking about it or not. These stairs come up to basically this paranormal seance room with a little mini bathroom inside. What? More stairs? And these stairs come up to a grand outdoor balcony, which is basically at the top of the house. And this is where, you can sit, look out and see all of Ravenwood, spy on your neighbors and such and the like. Maybe do a painting or two, or just, come out here and enjoy some solitude, or I don't know, maybe a nice romantic night under the stars. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's the Addams Family home. Okay, so welcome back. And Wednesday did what she said she was going to do after meeting Auntie Maleficent. Isn't that crazy? After meeting her Auntie Maleficent, she went straight to her room and she has been researching and taking bathroom breaks basically since she met her. That's all she's been doing. She hasn't eaten, she hasn't slept. She just can't get this new information out of her mind. So, here she is in her bedroom, and she's just researching this Neverland Academy, which is where she can start diving into her heritage as a dark fairy, um, and learning about that heritage and becoming a fairy and all of that. And she's just going down a rabbit hole. Um, but she's very uncertain because, she's looking through the roster, the classes, and it's just very glittery, very colorful. And if you remember from Wednesday, Morticia says several times that Wednesday is allergic to color. And that's all we're going to say about that. Like, she's literally allergic to color. She'll literally break out into hives. And now she's very tense, which makes a lot of sense. Melting my brain. Wednesday is pretty sure this technology is going to melt her brain. It's going to. Just wait. Oh yeah, so yeah, Wednesday doesn't like cell phones. She's a technophobe. So being on the computer this long, yeah, she feels dumber actually, even though she's actually getting, smarter. She's thinking, maybe she needs to research in person, but she's a little afraid of the unknown, just a little bit. So, what we're going to do is we are going to find our Father Gomez Adams. Oh, he wasn't here. He wasn't here chilling, having a drink. Let's find Gomez. Oh, okay, he just left the room. So we're just gonna, sit him back down here. Oh, okay, and let me just show you everybody in the house. So again, oh yeah, so I introduced you to the family, but I did not introduce you to Lurch. We all know Lurch, right? If you've seen the Addams Family movies, he's the zombie butler. So here he is. He's their butler slash chauffeur slash everyman. But yeah, Wednesday's feeling a little tense here because, yeah, she's wondering, she has a new aunt that she never knew about. So, even though her father just found out, how long has he known? And, how long has he been lying to her about knowing about it? She's very pissy about that. And then she's just trying to figure out, okay, what if Maleficent just sent her, just like hyped her up on this false dream? And what if she gets to this Neverland Academy and like totally hates it because it's very colorful from the website? So should she bother enrolling into a school where she'll just get sick immediately and break out into hives because there's just too much pink and green? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So let me see here. Where's Gomez? Let's just so yeah, here's Daddy Gomez in his little room with the organ and everything. He's just gonna sit here and be romantical and just fantasize about Morticia every second that he gets. He's just flirty just from sitting there. Let's make a morbid observation. I've just observed your cousin Maleficent in Forgotten Hollow. You met up with her. What's going on with that? Would you care to share with the class what that's about? Right? So what's up, Dad? What's up with this, you know, cousin of yours? Okay, for some reason they're in Pugsley's room. I hate when they do this. So he's like, he's like, how did you know about that? And she's like, I accidentally, oh, so we're having a family meeting here. So I went to Forgotten Hollow on a run and I see you talking to this woman, Maleficent. And Morticia's like, who? Right? She tells me that she's a fairy and that you're a fairy too. And he's like, Mom, can you believe this? Like, father has family. Maleficent. She's like, I've heard about her, but I have not met her. And she told me all about this Neverland Academy. And I actually want to check it out. And she's like, no, you cannot go to this Neverland Academy. I forbid it. It's for fairies. You are not a fairy. She's like, Wednesday's like, no, she told me that Daddy is a fairy. It's a very faint line, and I can bring it alive on our side. And Morticia's just like speechless for once. She's like, no, I forbid you. Like, and that's it. Like, why do I have to say anything else? I mean, she's speechless that Wednesday is, going against her wishes. So they're talking and they're talking and they're talking and they're arguing why they chose Pugsley's room to do this. Who knows why the Sims do anything? So she's just trying to, make her point, saying, yeah, Dad, you're wrong for like not telling us about Maleficent. I've, had this cool aunt. And Morticia doesn't want to hear it anymore. She's like, I can't hear this. Maleficent. Like, the fact that you're listening to this other woman over me, your own mother, is just insane. And Gomez just doesn't know what to do, without, you know. So, this conversation has Maleficent very pissed. I'm sorry. This conversation has Wednesday very pissed. And that's probably why, because she's been on the computer all day, when she's not used to that, and not eating. So she's just gonna, let's get ourselves something to eat here. After Lurch's suggestion to, let her father cool down and then, approach with, facts and just, let's not accuse him of, so much. You know what I mean? Like, let's just talk. If you want to be treated like an adult, you got to act like one. So here we are. So, Wednesday has taken a few deep breaths. Oh, she's even willing to hug it out with Gomez. And so she's just asking, hey, can you just reconsider? Sorry for bombarding you and, accusing you of being a liar and all that stuff when, Maleficent told me you're just finding out about this fairy stuff. And so she's like, can we invite Maleficent over for dinner? Okay, and he walks away. Can we invite Maleficent over for dinner? And he said, sure. So, hold on. Hold on, sweetie. Hold on. I think as soon as Lurch took the food out of the stove, Gomez was gone. So we're just going to invite Maleficent over. So yeah, we're going to invite her over. And Maleficent said she will come, and yeah, so Operation Let Wednesday go to Neverland Academy, or at least see what it's about, is underway. Is she here? And she's here. Okay, so invite in. Okay, so Maleficent is in the house. She said, yeah, I'll come right over. Yeah, an Operation Let Wednesday See What Neverland's About is underway. Let's have Maleficent sit here, and we'll have Wednesday sit here. Yeah, and then we'll have Gomez sit here. And we'll do that. Morticia, how are you? I've been better. Wednesday, it's good to see you again, sweetie. While we're waiting for Gomez to come downstairs, I would love to just expound on, Neverland Academy and how I think it would be good for Wednesday is what Maleficent is trying to say. And Wednesday is agreeing with her. She's like, I want to at least check the school out. This could be something to do, with my psychic powers not working and, not being at Nevermore Academy anymore. And she said, well, grandmother is great, but working at the mortuary is just not fun anymore. And Morticia is just trying her best to be understanding. Gomez is here. So yeah, they're all trying to be understanding. If, Wednesday is trying to do this to pursue an education, then why not? I mean, she's not just going there just to, F around. She's going to go there and learn, more about herself. Morticia is just really shocked about this fairy aspect of the family. She's not with it at all because, fairies are not morbid. Well, that's what she thought before she met Maleficent. So she said, well, maybe there's something good to come out of this. She said, yeah, go visit the school. We'll look at the website with you, and yeah, then we'll go from there. This is not a yes right now. And Wednesday's like, I don't know why you're dragging your feet about this. And Maleficent tries to reassure her once more. She's like, I'm an alumni of the school, and I can get her in. I can talk to a few people. And Morticia's like, I want her to earn it. And, Wednesday is like, why are you just pushing and pushing back on this idea? She said, and Maleficent's like, like a win's a win. She's letting you go visit the campus. She's going to look at the website. Yeah, let's take this win and, go with it. And Gomez is just, letting the women hash it out, duke it out. He's not, well, he's still in shock. He's still in shock. He's trying to figure out what all this fairy stuff, just what it means. And he doesn't know if he wants to take part of that part of his heritage. He doesn't know what if he wants to do anything with that. Um, so yeah, Lurch made dinner. Okay, so look at this, almost happy family. Um, and so Pugsley is like, what's going on? There's a fairy school that you want to go to? Why would you want to go to a fairy school? That sucks. And so they're catching Pugsley up. He can't believe that he has fairy in his family, once they've sat him down and explained it to him. Lurch wants to partake as well. But yeah. Um, so yeah, they're talking, and Wednesday's just still trying to make her case, and Morticia's just like, yeah, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Which is, kind of pissing Wednesday off, but like Maleficent said, maybe a win's a win. Letting her visit the campus, um, will be good. So, and Morticia's like, yeah, and, even so the semester already started. So, we can table this discussion until next semester. And Wednesday's like, no, if I really like this school, I want to start immediately. I would like to go check out the school this week. And Morticia's just really, 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 really not feeling it. Um, and I don't know, there's something about Maleficent that she does not like. And Wednesday just thinks that, Morticia's just being, a not a bad mother, but just an insufferable mother as usual. Like she won't let her do anything fun. She finally calms down because maybe she can just convince Maleficent to um, make Morticia um, say yes. You know what I mean? She's got a little plan of her own. She has an idea. So yeah, let the family's finishing up dinner. Um, they are going to say goodbye to Maleficent. Unless she already left. Where did she go? I thought maybe she just went to the bathroom. Um, it didn't say that she left. So Morticia's like, yeah, I don't trust Maleficent. I don't care. So, Gomez is going to sleep. Yeah, so Wednesday has a few plans of her own. Um, but we will see what happens. Let me see. So I'm just gonna let them go to bed for tonight. Yep, the lovebirds are sleeping. And Wednesday has a plan of her own.